So when you work so hard and you're grinding to get out of debt so hard, you have to keep in mind your vision, right? There's hard days, tough times, dark days and dark nights. But you keep in mind, keep track of, and keep in spirit of your vision, right? You have to have an end goal, guys. You're seeing my end goal right now. I've came too far to give up on myself. At one time, I wanted to give up on myself. My spirit wouldn't let me. They let me know the dream was bigger than me, right? But the same token, I had to live my life. It can be just part of my grind, right? There had to be an end goal of my grind, man. Why am I grinding so hard? There has to be an end goal, right? You have to take a step back and enjoy the fruit of your labor. And that's what I'm doing right now, guys. Hard for me to do. But as you can see, that's what I tell you guys all the time. In this video, you seeing my new 2,774 day journey. I'm gonna give you the day on this video, where I'm at in that journey. My 7-year journey to increase my net worth to $500,000 ticket, $500,000 challenge. This is the latest video. Me and my girl down here in a nice little beachy spot, enjoying my fruit of my labor. In this video, guys, we're gonna talk about, we're gonna take you on this vacation, okay? It's a little different than most of the videos I've shared with you, but we're gonna take you along on my vacation where I am right now. We're gonna talk to you about a couple things, enjoying the journey, things you go through, things you gotta put in place to enjoy the journey. And I'm gonna have you guys along the journey on this particular video and show you my budget for November, where I am and all that process. Like I told you before in my last video, a little different, right? We're gonna show you a little vacationing along the way and me enjoying the fruit of my labor. Stay tuned. Here enjoying my vacation with my baby, my girl, Christina. She's here with me. You won't see her because I'm protecting her privacy, protecting her a little bit, but you will hear her sweet voice. Say hello, Christina.
Hello, Christina.
She's a funny gal, very funny, but we're gonna enjoy it. We're down here for her 50th and me enjoying the sights and sounds, guys. All right, let's roll. Guys, I got my girl here. She's gonna tell me what she's enjoying about this vacation so far.
Spending the time with you.
Oh, isn't that so nice?
Thank you.
Look, what are 3 things that you're proud about my financial journey on?
Educating me on stocks, the savings and diversifying stock. That was 3, right?
That was 3 or 4 or 5?
I don't know. I've learned a lot. Let's just say that.
All right, guys. Just want to give you a little tie-in. I'll show you guys, or kind of check in with you guys throughout my video here on these little special times and events and information about what we go through on this journey. And it's all about your mates too, guys. What your mates see in you and what they go through and what they learn from you and what they take from your journey. All right, check back with you guys later. All right, guys, enjoying the view, enjoying the weather, enjoying my great company. My girl, she's here, and like I said, enjoying her 50th. I brought her here with me for this special occasion. Enjoying down here in Galveston Island. We are done with our beach time, and we are headed to our bed and breakfast. We'll see how that goes. Headed there now. It is a big bike rally here. So you can guys see the bikers are here in town. So we'll have to, it's supposed to be 500,000 bikes down here, guys. We're going to have to navigate that situation, but onward and upward to the spot. Check with you guys later. Baby, here we go! Woo! Bitches! Hey guys, so I just wanted to show you where I'm staying. For this particular trip, I'm staying in a bed and breakfast. I had a package deal that I signed up for, which included my airfare and my car rental and this particular stay. So this particular stay, I had a choice of where I stayed, and I decided to stay in a bed and breakfast this particular time. I haven't stayed too many bed and breakfasts. This is probably I don't even know, this is probably the second bed and breakfast I ever stayed in my life, but I'll show you guys around. I'll show you the outside as well when I get a chance, but I'm inside now. Now this particular bed and breakfast, I'll show you my room, but this particular bed and breakfast has a separate bathroom. This is old, I want to say old Victorian style, older home in the older section of Galveston. And this is my big bathroom across the hall. Now, one of the drawbacks is that I prefer not to stay in a place that has a separate bathroom across the hallway, but see these tall ceilings? This is the second half of the bathroom. Gorgeous, gorgeous gold frame, big mirror, but tall ceilings. These things must be, what, 14 feet? Maybe more, right? So, but again, I like the bathroom. I don't like to be across the hall from my, staying quarters, right? So, I'll show you guys my room. Look at the tall ceilings, right? It's great. I like that part about it, right? Nice older home. Some of the ventilation is kind of shoddy. These older homes, these bed and breakfasts. Look at these tall windows, guys. Look at that, huh? And like I said, I'll get a chance to show you guys the outside, but here's part of the outside in the back. In the back of this property, there are separate living quarters back there. You see that? Beautiful. Big old checkerboard back there, the gazebo and manicured lawns, and everything's put together pretty well. So that's my deal, guys. Like again, it was airfare, car rental, and a place to stay for, including the taxes, just a little over $2,000. So this just proves that, hey, you can have a good time, you can enjoy your loved ones, you can go out of town for 4 or 5 day stay and enjoy your company, your girl, and have a good time for a little bit of stay, and you ain't got to be out, you ain't got to break the bank, right? So this trip proves to you guys that you can still enjoy yourself on your journey without getting caught up in, losing your way on your journey, right? Big part you take away from this video, guys, again, is you can take a step back, enjoy yourself, enjoy part of the journey, put a smile on your face. Even though you don't make your goals every now and then, it's the beauty of your journey, right? All right, guys, so I'm checking in with you guys. It's a little after 7 o'clock, and we are out at a steak restaurant, having a nice little meal. And it's important I want to get you guys to understand that thank you for joining me on my channel and joining me on my journey. And I get to celebrate now, guys. I get to celebrate my fruit of my labor, okay? But checking in with you guys, and I want you guys to hear me ask my girl Christina, what makes her a great fit for me and my financial literacy mentality. All right, I want you guys to hear the conversation. for about a minute and a half, and then we'll let you guys go, and then we'll check in with you later on down the road, okay? So, baby, Christina, baby, how are you feeling tonight?
Feel really good. I
Feel really
appreciate
good.
being out here with you, and it's a beautiful evening.
What makes us a great match in terms of financial health? Now, guys, you know I always talk to you guys about, you know, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, and financial health. What do you think? What makes you a great fit for me in terms of your financial health mentality?
I cannot justify spending an entire week's worth of paycheck on one meal. And this restaurant, I mean, I can't justify spending $175 on one piece of meat.
What if someone says that, hey, you're on your vacation, you're turning 50, enjoy yourself, right? You earn it, you owe it to yourself.
No, I work for my money. I work too hard for it.
Gotcha. You are hearing some words from my girl, and I want you guys to understand something, that when you hear those words, what do you hear, right? What do you hear? It's important to be in cahoots mentally, and your same financial mindset with your mate, right? You're gonna have some differences. You're gonna have some differences with your mate. That's fine. There's no problem with that. But you have to communicate that. In my last video, we talked about having those conversations with your mate, having those conversations with your loved one, right? With someone that you love and you want to be with for a long period of time, or someone you made a commitment with. It's important to have these money discussions. But I am with Christina because I vetted her when I met her. I asked her a lot of questions, right? The questions that I asked.
What didn't you ask?
She's calling me out now. She's calling me out. She's calling me out now, guys. But I want you guys to understand, these are the kind of conversations, and it's not gloom and doom. This is just real, man. Just being real. We are out having a good time and enjoying a great situation and a great spot. But I want you guys to understand, these conversations and this mindset never ends. You know, right? It ain't about the money. It's about what's right in our financial life, right? Everyone's personal finance is personal. Everyone has their own personal life, right? When it comes to finances, right? Just like everyone has their own personal life when it comes to physical health, mental health, and spiritual health, right? And so you have to match up the whole gist of the conversation, guys. You have to match up with someone. I'm gonna get Christina's input, but you have to match up with someone that vibes with you and where you going in your life, right? And your boy Kminustwo is having a good time right now, enjoying the fruit of my labor. But I just want to check in and give you guys a little stab and let you guys understand that's what it's all about. I want you guys to drop the comments down below. What do you think about what I just said? What do you guys think about your life, right? What do you think about who you match up with, who you mate with right now, who your girlfriend is, who your wife is right now? What's your comments on that? What do you feel about that? And baby, what do you feel about what I just said?
I think that having somebody that understands your financial needs and what you expect is way better than just going and assuming that you're out on a date, the man's going to pay, because it shouldn't be like that. We are in 2025 going into 2026, and it should be a give and take relationship. Everybody should be 50-50. It shouldn't be the man needs to pay.
So you don't think the man needs to pay for everything?
No, heavens no. I think that right now, I think that there's some women out there that are disrespectful and just expect a man to pay for everything, but that's never been me. That's not me, and that will never be me.
So if a young fella's out with a girl right now in 2025, and she tells him, "Don't ever take me to Olive Garden or Red Lobster. That's beneath me. Don't ever do that, or it's over." What do you think about that?
I would say take me those places. I like them.
All right, guys. I will check in with you later. I had to park a couple blocks away to get to it, and pretty excited to see this, and just another experience on my Galveston Island trip today for the next couple of days. And my sweetheart, she's here enjoying her 50th. She's gonna tell y'all what she thinks about this boat tour and what she's looking forward to.
forward to. Looking forward to seeing dolphins.
All right, guys, so we're getting ready to cross over and see what it's all about. A little warm out, a little humid out. We're gonna see what it's all about. This is the scene, what it looks like. See that big cruise boat over there. Maybe when I come back, we'll take a cruise out of here and be on one of those boats. I'll do that down here into the near future. We'll be exploring those options here in the next couple of years. Galveston may be a better cruise out destination versus Tampa and Miami. So for me, being in Omaha, be able to get down here in a couple hours might be a better option for me. All right, guys, so checking in with you. We're sitting here waiting for my Dolphin boat tour load up time. Not quite time yet to load up the boat, but since I got some time here, it's a great opportunity to talk to you guys about what I talked about in my initial pre-video to you guys, is to, when you get to the point where you are able to, enjoy the fruit of your labor, so to speak, when you go through this getting out of debt thing and the initial process of building wealth. We talked about last time, I talked about in my previous video on some of the financial quote-unquote laws that go through that everyone needs to do if you're going to get yourself and enjoy yourself through this process. Last video I mentioned 4 of them, 4 of the potential things that everyone needs to do if you plan on enjoying yourself and enjoying the fruit of your labor and going through the, if you're in debt, going through the getting out of debt process. And if you're young, you haven't built wealth that you want to build, starting that wealth building process. And for me, it requires 4 good things to do if you plan on doing what I just mentioned. And the number one thing that I had to learn going through my process is I want to give to you young guys out there, for anybody in particular, but particularly young people that have a great opportunity to change their life financially if they choose to do so. And number one, there's no doubt about it, number one, you have to spend less than you earn or spend less than you make. Whatever money you got coming in, you have to spend less than that. And the spend less than that part of it is to invest in yourself or a business, real estate, or the stock market, or whatever you deem necessary to benefit yourself short-term and long-term. For me, a majority of that for me is going to be the stock market, and it has been the stock market for me. The stock market's not guaranteed. Hey, I'm not giving you guys advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I cannot guarantee anything successful with being in the stock market. Past returns don't guarantee future results and all that good stuff. And so this is not advice. I'm just telling you guys what I did, and there is options out there for you guys to make your life work financially if you choose to do so. The second thing is you have to have a plan. And I mentioned this before. There's no way you're going to most likely advance and achieve your financial goal if you don't have a plan of action. And get lucky and craziness can happen no matter what you choose to do and what kind of endeavors you choose to partake in your life. But most of the time, most reasonable people will say that having a plan of action is one of the most important things. And that's no different here in the financial health world, guys. This is my personal experience from me to you guys, all right? Number 3 is, look, man, life is going to happen. We find out now, right? With all the layoffs and furloughs and the government shutdown and people scrounging for food on the food banks across the United States right now, and there's nobody coming to your rescue. The one thing I had to find out for myself, guys, and I looked in that mirror for 45 minutes in 2015, that was my event horizon. That was my choice in my life when I was 45 years old. That was my resolution to myself. That slap in the face, that mirror of truth told me nobody was coming to my rescue. I had to put money away. I had to get myself out of position to put money away. Build a bodyguard. That emergency fund is very important. Number 3, that emergency fund. You have to put money away. Life is going to hit you, right? I don't have to remind you guys again what's going on right now in 2025, in the month of November, right? We read the reports, we look at CNN, we watch Fox News, we watching all the reports around, reading all the newspapers around the country, looking at all reports. Murphy's Law is going to hit us eventually. Life is going to hit you. We got to have an emergency fund in place. And, you know, and I think it's very important, man. And we have to realize that. And number 4, one thing I had to learn, and I think I learned this later than some of the other things I just told you guys about, but enough time, I had enough time for myself to catch on. And this benefited me big time in my getting out of debt process and my initial building wealth process, and it benefits me today as well. And that's number 4, pay yourself first. I had to find out, I had to learn the hard way. One of the great things that people who build wealth understands, you have to pay yourself first. And 3rd, right? Before you get taxed, look at alternatives out there, options out there, different accounts, mechanisms, whatever you want to call it, ways you can pay yourself first. It'd be a 401, investing in a 401k, a HSA, or different tax, pre-tax advantages where you can save or shrink your tax burden. That way, some of that money that's shrunk can benefit you, for as investing long-term, short-term, long-term, and then go to you for your benefit where you're not paying as much as in taxes. So you pay yourself first, and you also benefit from the investing part of it. But I had to learn that lesson. When I did, that gave me more power to increase my net worth. Okay, so let's just give you guys 4 things that I think that's necessary, mandatory for young people, or anybody in particular, but particularly young people, if you planned on going through this getting out of debt process, number 1, and then building wealth initially, then later on building wealth long term. All right, guys, so just want to holler at you for a bit. I'm getting ready to load up. We'll get back to you guys in a minute.
Here we go. Once again, welcome aboard. My name is Captain Adam. I'll be taking care of you, giving you a tour of Galveston Harbor, and doing my absolute very, very best to find you folks some dolphins. Woo! Jumping out up here in front. There was a steel shortage in this country, and it made a cargo ship out of concrete. And it operated for many years out of Tampico, Mexico, until it hit a reef, putting about a 60-foot crack in its hull. They brought it back here to Galveston for repairs, found out that you can't make concrete watertight again once it's been breached. So they scrapped the idea, took it down here to shallow water, and partially sunk it here in 1922. It's been down here now for over 100 years. And for many years, an old man lived on it with his goats and chickens. Kind of like a hermit lived out here on it with his goats and chickens for a long time. And it's haunted by the same man. As the story goes, his name was Klesme LeBlanc, locally known around Galveston as Frenchie. He bought it back in 1946 for $100. Moved down here with his goats and chickens, and as you can imagine, over time, he got lonely. So he started the first ever Happy Hermit Convention, where he invited all these people out here from Galveston to come hang out with him in hopes that he could find a woman to stay out here with him. Obviously he did not, and he died out here alone. So you still find him sometimes, walking the decks, looking for a woman. If any girls are interested, I can drop you off. I wouldn't get to it to ask old Frenchie. He'll probably just ghost you in the end.
What's going on, guys? Kminustwo back at you again on my trip down here in the Galveston area. You know, checking in with you guys. I want to tell you that, you know, we talked a little before in a couple videos in this trip to you guys that, you know, I have to enjoy my process. You know, it was hard for me to do this, but I have to come to a realization that, you know, there's a journey that I'm on, but I can't be so stuck in the grind where, you know, I lose reality, you know what I'm saying? Where I lose the vision, you know, where I lose the understanding the process of enjoying the process, you know, understand the process of enjoying my present, you know. I'm so geared up to the future, and some of you guys out there, well, if you get into the process, man, you're gonna be like that too, where you're gonna be like me. Not all of you guys, but some of you guys may be like me, where you're so geared up and grind all the time and focus on your goals and focus on future goals. It's all about the future, right? But you have to understand and take a step back and know yourself a little bit and understand the I and you, so you can tell your money what to do. Part of that process is take a step back and, man, enjoy the fruit of your labor, man. And a lot of you guys out there know that I'm on my 2,774 day, 7-year journey to increase my net worth to $500,000, a $500,000 ticket, and part of that is I have to, no matter what, right? No matter if, now you guys gonna see my new update here in January, where I give out go through all my accounts, give them my updated net worth and all that stuff, beginning of January. But even if I don't make my goals, guys, if I don't make the desired net worth that I want, I still, even though I'm getting my L's or taking in L's and losing here and there, man, I still got to enjoy this as I get older. You guys, man, that follow me know that I'm 58 years old. So, you know, I have to understand that I can't go all my whole life with just grinding like that and have my head down and not focus on the present. Just keep my focus on the future. I have to enjoy the days that come with this journey, enjoy my journey. And that's hard for me. And I want to be a model, you know, a model to you guys as far as other aspects of this journey. I have to get better at modeling that aspect of my life towards you guys, so I can be an example for a lot of you people out there that want to be in my position. A lot of you guys know that follow me, you know, I spent my childhood on welfare, and I have these, you know, grew up with a lot of negative stereotypes on money, and I had to do a drastic thing in my life to change my mentality, and then my mentality changed my actions. My behaviors changed my actions, and my actions led to me being debt free, and me going through the initial stages of building wealth into the middle stages of building wealth. So just want to check with you guys and tell you guys that, again, I'm down here in Galveston, Texas area, and enjoying my little vacation with my girl. I thought I involved her in my process. She just turned 50 years old, so I brought her along the journey. But my question to you guys is, you guys out there right now that are various stages of your financial health life right now, tell me right now. I would like to know in the comments what have been some of your great achievements so far. What are you proud of during your journey? You know, what do you struggle with? I would like to know, guys. If you can drop me some comments in the comment section, let me know. You need help with anything as far as your budgeting goes, and putting you guys on a platform to get out of debt or just building wealth, right? Some of you have problems with. You're welcome to get a hold of me. I'll always leave my personal email down below for you guys if anybody want to reach out. All right, guys, so just want to check in with you guys. I'm going to, again, during this video, I'm going to, at the end probably, I'm going to give you guys my update as far as my budget for November, and what I have to do, and tell you guys at the end what I have to do to prepare myself for the big reveal, right? In January, I reveal my new net worth to you guys. All right, guys, so getting back to you. All right, peace. Are you okay? All right, guys. guys, we're out at a nice spot down here, guys, having a little dinner. A place called Landry's right off the water here. I'm giving you guys the sights and sounds. Out here having a little dinner. It's been a great trip so far for me, guys, and I just want to bring you guys in another little video tidbit update. Enjoying ourselves here. We're in a place called Kminustwo, and for you guys that are in the Houston area, the Galveston area, you know exactly what I'm talking about, in the Kminustwo Entertainment District. And again, a place called Landry Seafood House. We're gonna have, me and my girl gonna have a nice, great dinner. And my girl right now is celebrating her 50th birthday today. She's gonna say a little something to you guys.
Listen to this guy. He knows what he's talking about.
There you guys have it. Straight from the source, guilt and shame. There's so much guilt and shame in this country right now, and people are feeling it. And I want to be a powerful beacon for a lot of people out there, man. A lot of people, particularly people who grew up like me on welfare and in poverty, you know, and trying to, money's not everything, but it is everything when you have a goal, a dream, aspirations, a purpose. All right, guys, check y'all later, man. Date video, like I promised you, I want to share my November 2025 budget for the month, and we're just gonna go through the categories. I'll just talk briefly about maybe each one and quickly go down the list, okay, and describe to you guys what I got planned for the month of November, and what is my mentality as I go into December and finishing out the year and getting ready for 2026. All right, so let's go to it. So up top, you guys see this is the Every Dollar budgeting app that I use. If you guys don't know, if you're new to the channel, you know. Every Dollar budget is based on a zero-based budgeting. Basically means that every dollar I bring in to my household has a name on it, right? Is affixed to a certain category, right? So that's what every dollar represents, and the zero-based budget represents. All right. So you guys see up top there when I'm planning my budget, there's three different categories. You can go back and forth with plan, spent, and then remaining, right? So you know, you put down what you plan on bringing in, and you put, you know, you can switch over and see how much you spent, and then you can go down there to the last one is remaining, how much you got remaining. Let's say, for example, you got a category, you didn't spend all your money that particular month, that particular budgeting item, and that's how much you got remaining. And you have a choice to maybe carry that over to the next month, whatever you got remaining on that particular category. All right, let's go down the list. So slow month this month, guys. What I got coming in, $4,650. The down month this particular month, basically just how the month runs. And I won't be working. I'm taking time off of my gig work for this particular vacation, for example. So whenever I take off, it's not just like my, you know, when you're in 1099, man, you take off, then that's just gonna be the time you take off. You don't recoup that, right? Versus that's the disadvantages of having 1099. Now, if I'm W-2, of course, I get my vacation time. I have benefits. I get my sick leave, personal time off, vacation time off, right? Okay, so slow month this month, but we'll make it up in the month of December. All right. So going down the list here, giving. I'm gonna send my son some money. You see that giving part there, that $200, and I'm gonna give you guys a big announcement from that. I haven't said anything about this. I'm gonna give you guys a big announcement regarding a family matter and involving yours truly on the next video that I bring out to you guys. I'm going to make an announcement. All right, so stay tuned for that. So let's go down the list. Emergency fund, I am still contributing $500. I'll finish that out for the year. Now, I won't probably get to my ultimate goal for this year. I'll get close. That's the way it looks like right now, the projections, guys. But I'm still striving, still putting $500 in. I'm going to finish the year, the last 2 months, this month, and then next month, $500. And then as soon as we switch over to 2026, I'm going to drop the contributions and put that money elsewhere, particularly my car fund, sinking fund. So that the 2026 is going to be my focus on my car, guys. Now, there's an emergency fund. Saving this extra fund, this savings account that I'm storing in my savings account, my main brick and mortar bank. I'm putting a little extra. I'm leaving a little extra in my bank accounts, my main brick and mortar bank accounts, just to carry over into the month of December. I may need it, or I may just disperse that money to various funds. I'm just gonna stockpile it right now, and then I'll see my way in December where I want to disperse that money to various sinking funds, for example. I might just do that. But right now I'm holding on to that extra money until I can plan further for it. Let's go down to the rent. $810. I'm on a new property manager for the second time in 2 months. We just had a property manager come in at our apartment complex. They're gone. Now a new property manager is coming in, and guess what? I got lower rent. So with the app I had before, my property manager, they would charge me for, I don't know what's going on. I'm not asking no questions. All right. All I know is they would charge me for my rent, my garage, and the app. They would charge me what, $860, and right now it's $810. Hey guys, I still got my garage, and I'm paying online on this app. So hey, I'm not saying if they want to charge me less, let's go for it. I ain't saying nothing. All right, right now it's $810. I can go for that. All right. So I'm able to get away with what I'm able to get away with, guys, because of that low rent. There's some places around here in Omaha, in the Omaha area, the cost of living is going up. You know, even for one bedroom, there's some spots around here that you definitely be paying way more than $810. You know, it ranges in the $1,000 ranges, right? $1,000, $1,100, $1,200 range. So I'm able to get away with what I'm able to get away with right now, and it's going to change in the future. But right now, I'm taking advantage of it. $810. The electric bill, $35. That's pretty much stays the same. Gas this month, gas is going to be maybe a little bit less than last month. What did I have last month? Let me check and see. What did I have last month for gas? So yeah. $375 last month, not too big of a change, but $350, we'll go with that. I'm gonna be working less days, so that seems reasonable. I'm gonna be working less days for the month of December, which is gonna affect my pay coming in. Let's go on the list here. Car wash, tolls. I generally put that at around $20. Now, here we are. My food restaurant budget. It's gonna be a little more this month. Traveling, entertainment, having fun out and about. You know, going to good restaurants, seafood restaurants, and went to a couple of good restaurants on this particular trip. So $500. I'm going to put some extra money you see down below in the entertainment fund as well for entertainment category. So $500 this month on food. I'm still doing my HelloFresh, guys. I'm going to be skipping it for the next, of course, this week on vacation, next week probably as well. So, but the next week following, at the end of November, I'll pull it back again, and I'll probably order it that particular week at the end of November. All right, so here we are. Because of traveling and stuff like that, I boost my entertainment category to $250. Gym membership still the same. What I'm going to put into the business, maybe just really small this month, really streamlined, just $10 that I put into my YouTube and cell phone bill. I'm still working on that, man. I like to get that down. It was $110. I got it down to 83. I'm looking to get it down to between $50 and $75. I'm going to continue to work on that. Hasn't got that to where I want it to be. YouTube, $53.49. I'm anticipating that to go up in the next few months. That's like a more of a, I came back to YouTube. That's more like an introductory rate. So I'm sure they're going to boost that the next few months. I'll keep watching that. Internet, $65. I got this medical. Let me tell you guys about this medical bill. So I go into the ENT doctor a few months ago because I had some issues with my sinuses and I had problems with my ears and whatnot. So this was a mistake on my part. I usually will call my medical provider. I got Blue Cross Blue Shield. I usually call my company and ask them before I even go into the specialist, right? Before I even go into a specialist or anything like that, before they start sticking me with probes and things of that nature, needles and whatnot, before I even go into any kind of potential procedure, I always call my medical people and ask them, hey, what am I looking at for bill, for a bill, for example, right? I don't want no surprises. This time I made a mistake, guys. I made a mistake and didn't call. I just willy-nilly walked into the ears, nose, and throat specialist, and the guy puts a probe up my nose, and boom, there you go, $800, right? That's what I get for not doing my due diligence, right? So I got to pay this bill, man. I'm paying $100 a month, and I'm just doing that. I can pay the whole thing off right now, but I'm doing it strategically so I can put that money into other things right now. And then when I get it down to a lower amount, I'm just going to go ahead and swoop, boom, pay it off. But right now it's $100 a month, so I can deal with that for right now. Next month of December, I'm just going to go ahead and pay the whole thing off. My credit card, I told you guys I'm working on this credit card arbitrage type of thing. Got a new credit card, got a American Express. Well, I'm going to be working on putting some of my bills you see here onto that American Express card. Going to be building up points. And the money I'm paying out for my four walls, guys, a lot of that my goal is to put on that credit card. The money I'm paying already for my living expenses, I'm looking at putting on that card. Haven't got to that point yet. I'll let you guys know what my plans are, what my ultimate scheme is. All right, so we'll talk about that going forward. Laundry, $20. I got a P.O. box now. I think I told you guys about that. I got a P.O. box. I got to be very, very diligent, very private on what I'm doing going to the future. So $55. That's $55 every 3 months, every quarter. Now this travel holiday thing. All right. Now I have to figure that out. I might have to in 2026. I might have to go get another savings account somewhere because I want to separate that travel holiday fund. That's a little bit confusing for me and causing some issues with how I delegate things. So I want to just have that holiday category by itself, and I might have to like I said before, separate those things. But going forward, but everything's working out pretty good. But I'm going to have to streamline things a little bit. Now here's that HSA. I'm going to be sometime the month of November. I'm going to be doing a one-time transfer from my main brick and mortar bank, $150 to my HSA. I talked to you guys about that earlier, and I've also increased my enrollment period came about, and I increased my HSA contributions, my every paycheck, from $15 to $30. And now I'm going to also do a one-time transfer of $150. All right. So we'll talk about that more in January of 2026. Here's my auto insurance. Right now it's 6 months. It's going to expire here in December, so I have to renew that in December. $217. That's a disappointment. I couldn't do anything about that. I have to just roll with it until I can see further down the road here. All right. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. That's what I keep telling myself. Upset about that, but hey, it is what it is. I'll roll with it. I explained to you guys during my last update video, or a couple of videos ago, my update videos, I explained to you guys what happened there. you can go back and look at and listen to that. Renter insurance, $15.75, not bad. We can deal with that. And then the last category, guys, is my investing. This is what I contribute to my Roth IRA max, $638.28. That goes to my Roth IRA every month, right? Maxing it out, right? And it equals $8,000 at the end of the year. All right, guys. So there you have it. That is my month of November 2025. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining my channel for this particular update. It's a very, very special update. All right.